it's Harris of Depersonalizationrecovery.com. The topic of this video is the question, can depersonalization disorder last forever? Can it last for the rest of a person's life? The answer is yes. Depersonalization can last for the rest of someone's life if they leave it untreated and don't address all the elements of the recovery process. So the things that lead a person to depersonalization include traumatic past experiences, having a dysfunctional family, experiencing traumatic situations, and coming from that system, and then usually a person happens upon a circumstance that is very stressful, and so stressful that their mind numbs themselves to the experience. So that's a very, very general kind of explanation for how people come into depersonalization. And the thing is, when you have that first panic attack or first experience depersonalization, derealization, the reason why it doesn't naturally just go away on its own is because the causes of the disorder are still there. They're still there. They didn't go away. You didn't do anything to get rid of them. In fact, you dissociated from them. That's what depersonalization is. It's a dissociative disorder, which is where you cut off from something that you just can't hold in your mind anymore. So in dissociation, there is a bit of denial. Denial is kind of built into depersonalization disorder, and all kind of dissociative disorders have a bit of denial in there. And when you have denial, and you don't wake up and you don't come to the realization of what's wrong, then you don't address the issue. And it stays with you for a long time, maybe for the rest of your life. So addressing this element of denial and depersonalization is super important. It can actually be a bit painful. It can be a bit painful for people to address not just the things in the present that cause depersonalization, but also the things in the past. The traumatic experiences that get stored in your brain as traumatic memories. And it's important to go back and process them. Okay, so depersonalization can stay in your life forever, but if you address it, if you process the past pain, and you also address the here and now things, changing the way you think, getting rid of obsessive thinking, fixing your nutrition, fixing your relationships, becoming more assertive, and really kind of mending this rift in your sense of self, you can get over the disorder. Now, if you want a great, extremely detailed overview for how to get over depersonalization, I have a series called the Depersonalization Cure Tip Series. It's an article and video series. You can find the videos on YouTube, and the videos are also on my website along with the articles. I've got extremely detailed articles on each element of the recovery process. So it's called the Depersonalization Cure Tip Series. I'm going to have links in the description below. Read those articles. Check out those videos. Those will give you the best overview of how to recover that's anywhere on the internet. It's really just the best information you could possibly find for how to really address DP. Now, of course, I've also got a 10-hour video program called the Total Integration Method, which is really the most comprehensive thing out there for how to tackle every single element of depersonalization. Because it's actually not that hard to get over depersonalization. It's just kind of a complex disorder. It's really multifaceted. It's sort of like a chameleon of a disorder. It's got anxiety, it's dissociative, it has some OCD, it's sort of like a body-focused disorder, there's health anxiety. So there's so many different elements. And a lot of people, they recover maybe a bit, just naturally. Sometimes people naturally experience a bit of a recovery, but it's usually slight, and they usually get stuck in a limbo state where they feel some level of depersonalization or derealization for the foreseeable future. They don't address all the elements because the things that cause it are still there, and denial can be so subtle. It can be just some slight thing you think you're denying, some slight thing that you're denying in your life, you're not thinking you're denying it, and it just stays with you. So it's really about waking up, and it can be kind of tough to really process trauma, and you might not even know what that means. So that's why I suggest go to the Depersonalization Cure Tip series to understand what that means. And people just get stuck. People really get stuck. But there's really good news. You can get over depersonalization. It doesn't have to take even that long. It doesn't take years of therapy or anything like that. So I hope this video helps you, gives you a sense of optimism, which you should have in depersonalization. You can definitely overcome it, but it can really last for a long time. It's just one of those insidious, tenacious disorders that doesn't go away. You know, you might have some form of it for a very long time if you really don't consciously address it. But if you do consciously address it, it can really go away. So visit my website, check out my free videos, free articles, and my 10-hour program, the Total Integration Method. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, share this video if you know anybody that has DP, and stay tuned for many more videos.